Hi everyone, I'm Maggie and today we're going to be making a Lobiani recipe. Lobiani is a Georgian bean bread that all too often takes a backseat to khachapuri, so I'm here to change that. Lobiani can be hearty, flavorful, and my version also happens to be completely vegetarian. So if you're a fan of Georgian stuffed breads, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more great Georgian recipes. First off, you're going to need to make the dough for your Lobiani. Starting out in 75 mils of warm milk, heated to about 40 degrees Celsius or 102 degrees Fahrenheit. Dissolve 4 grams of sugar and 4 grams of active dry yeast. Set aside and allow to bloom until the yeast is foamy, about 5 to 10 minutes. That's how you know your yeast is alive. Meanwhile, whisk together 200 grams of flour and 8 grams of salt. Make a well in the center and crack 1 large room temperature egg. Add 15 mils of oil and your milk and yeast mixture. Stir to combine until a soft, shaggy dough forms. Turn out onto a lightly floured work surface and knead for about 5 minutes, or until the dough is smooth, supple, and barely tacky. Shape into a ball and transfer to an oiled bowl and cover with a damp towel or plastic wrap. Set in a warm place and allow to rise until doubled in size, about 1 to 2 hours. This will greatly depend on the temperature of your room. While your dough is rising, it's time to make the filling. First, you need to mash 200 grams of dried kidney or pinto beans that have been soaked and cooked until very tender. Soak the beans the night before. If you want to see how I like to soak and cook my beans, make sure to check out my Lobio video. Alternatively, you can use one 400-gram can of drained red beans. Mash until very smooth. Once mashed, mix in 50 grams of melted butter, 1 clove of grated garlic, half a teaspoon of dried savory or thyme, half a teaspoon of blue fenugreek, a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and a generous sprinkling of salt and pepper to taste. Mix together until combined and set aside. Lightly flour a work surface. After your dough has risen, gently remove it from the bowl and lightly pat it out into a circular shape. This will make it easier to roll out. Using a rolling pin, roll the dough until it is about 20 centimeters in diameter. Take your filling and pile it into the center of your dough, leaving a decent perimeter. Pat into a disc with your hands. Working around the beans, pleat and seal the dough around the filling, sort of like a giant khachapuri. Pinch the seams to ensure that the beans are sealed inside. Roll over the dough with your rolling pin to seal it further. Then, flip over your Lobiani and continue gently rolling it until it reaches about 25 centimeters in diameter. You can use your hands to coax it into a circular shape. Using a sharp knife, cut 4 small steam vents in the center of the Lobiani. Transfer to a parchment-lined baking sheet and move to the oven. Bake for about 10 to 15 minutes until it has lightly browned and the dough is crisp. Cut your Lobiani into quarters, allowing for a bit of steam to escape. Then cut into bite-sized wedges, like a pizza, and enjoy your delicious homemade Lobiani. Alright guys, that's it. As you can see, Lobiani can really hold its own against khachapuri. Also, let me know in the comments which Georgian recipes you want to see next, and if you like the video, please give it a big thumbs up and make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss my next videos.